welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint, and a happy new year to you all. This is the first video of the year, and I've got one of the fleet Citroen Berlingos in. Basically same rigmarole as the previous video, so it's getting a service, but it's also getting the exhaust done, and also there was MOT advisories. Now fair enough, the MOT was done like last minute and was put into a random place just to get it through an MOT, and basically they've done the bare minimum to it. And as you know, I'm quite detailed with what I do, so it's in to get the advisory sorted, a wee blow in the exhaust. Now the MOT was done about 4 months ago, so this is us just getting round to rectifying the advisories and making a tip top for a driver. Okay, so this here one is 2017, decent enough order, but this here one's got quite a lot more mileage than the other one. I think this is like maybe 103 or 104,000 mile. Rhino roof rack and that. It's a tidy enough yoke. No, hold on. This here one has got 100,000 mile in it. So we're now in the workshop. We'll make a start on this. So first things first, I'm going to start it and get the van up in the air so they can get a look at this. Okay, I'm just going to crack on and get these wheels off. So here we go, look at the condition of these. They have seen better days. Definitely needing changed. Absolutely goosed. 13mm for the caliper. Okay, I've sprayed it with WD-40. It's a 15mm spanner in behind. This should hopefully get us loose. Yep. Put it in. What do you need for this here one? You need a punch. I'm going to start with a small punch and see if I can get this off. Okay, the socket size that we're needing is a 36. So you need a 36 and a good breaker bar. Make sure you get a good leverage. Yeah. There we go, that's us moving. Into loose. So at the back you've got two T50 4Xs. Okay, I've already got in and just loosened them, so just gonna get this on. I'll pause this, at least you know where they are. I'll get these off. Okay. Okay, so now that's one done, at that side, you can lift this off. Okay. There's the old disc. Okay, what I'll do, I'll give the ABS sensor a little clean. So you've got the new one here, which I've compared, and it's identical to the old one. Just take this protective cap off. Cap back on. I've seen people doing these with buzz guns. Do not do it with buzz guns. Better doing it by hand, and at least you get a better feel for it. Just put the crack bar on. It's real. Just give her a little smidgen. Be smidgen more. Because obviously your bolt, you're using the same bolt, so obviously you need to get it lined up where it was knocked in before. There we go. We're going to use a chisel this time. Just knock that in so that there's no chance of the bolt moving. We want to be getting the caliper housing back on. So the caliper housing is back on, but I'm wanting to get the sliders out and give them a little grease before putting them back on again. Okay, that's caked in copper slip. Right, perfect. So just need to get the brake wind back tool on this. Okay, so I have the brake wind back tool in hand. I had to make a little adaptation to it because I broke the twister at the top. I put a screwdriver in it. I want to wind this out until I get resistance. What I'll do, I'll bring this round out to see. Okay, so if you watch here, I'm keeping this tensioned out. If you do this slow enough, you're not going to get any fluid loss up front. Okay, so notice the way I'm not taking any tension on this, that's because it's got enough tension, so it'll just wind in. Okay, so that's wound all the way back. So we're ready to drop the new pads in. Okay, so I've copper slipped them. Just seat them in place. Make sure these wee twisty things are sitting upright so that the caliper holds them in instead of them dangling out. You get your 13mm back on. Now the good thing about these here, they don't over tighten them. They don't. Okay, so that's us ready to clean the disc up on this here side. Okay, so we want to get this caliper off. It's the exact same ethics as before. I've already took one of the bolts out. So we'll do the rigmarole on this here side. I think what I'll do, I'll put it on speed up because you've already seen it. You're not missing anything. So once you have put the cap back on the hub nut, just get a cloth, some brake cleaner, and give the brake disc a little clean. And the same round the other side, and then stick the wheels back on and torque them up. Okay, the wheel's now on. Obviously once all the work's done, we'll get it down on the ground and crack bar the wheels back up. Okay, first things first, allow me to approach the elephant in the room. These wee beggars here, these can be quite tough to come off. Sometimes you're lucky and they come off quite easy, sometimes they don't. I tend to, if they do seize on, there's no point wasting time with it. Just get a drill them. Once your wheel's on, the disc isn't going anywhere. It's only meant to be whenever you're locating the holes up, but at the end of the day, anybody half sensible will be able to manage without that. This will be a T30 by the looks of it. Okay, right, that one's moving. That one's moving as well. Be able to get the rest of these by hand. Now these here wee bits, the wee retainers, you can just get away with bringing them out. You don't need to remove it right off, but you can get away with just sitting them up at the side. Okay. Right, so in behind here you've got Allen key. That Allen key in question, I'm not too sure what size it is, however, I don't have it in my collection, so I'm using a T45 Torx socket. That should be ample enough, and you'll not get any movement with it. So everything's went to plan. Need to get the piston back as well, so just gently does it when you're bringing the piston back, because you don't want any fluid loss up at the reservoir. I've got the pry bar in behind the caliper piston. Right, so that's it back as far as we can go. A wee bit further, it's harder to get the pad and the calipers off. I'll just get these pads on now, and I'll get this up out of the way. Right, so that's one pad on. What I'll do this here side up, and then the other side I'll just do a lapse again, because I really want to be keeping these video times down. Oh, the caliper housing socket is it's an E16. Old disc, absolutely screwed. Other pad on. Your T45. You just need to make sure that you're lined up in the hole properly. Everything goes smoothly when you zap it up with the ratchet. Get these caps back on. Get this retaining clip back on. So we're now on the exhaust. So earlier on I put WD-40 on it and let it soak in. So I've now got a 16mm. To loosen this exhaust bracket off. This needs a little bit of precision coming off. Okay, so I've now got the reach on and the knuckle. And again, it's a 16mm. The only downside to these, they are quite simple to get into with the right tool, but it's just mega fiddly to do. Need to address this little oil leak as well, see what's causing that. So that was nice and easy. It looks very corroded in there, roughly around here. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate how this here one's filled. You can see the light showing up inside. Just put the ring back on and line the exhaust up. What I've done was I've stretched the original clamps. Just the other month when I done the other Berlingo, the clamp, it was as if it was too big. It wasn't seating properly.
and I ended up using the old ones anyway because there was nothing wrong with them, so that's what I'm doing today as well. Just going to use the old ones, just rather than waste any time. Plus it will keep the cost down as well. I've got a little gasket on here as well, so hopefully this fits over. I put it in the vise and stretched it, so I think what I'll do, I'll put it over that one. That one like that. Right. Let's that bracket on. Just want to tighten it up ever so slightly, just don't tighten it up all the way, because you want to make sure that you're getting a nice adjustment on it, because you don't want to run into difficulties tightening that up and then trying to fit the other side and making a pig's ear off it. So good news, the bracket is going on. Just done a wee bit of persuasion on the vise with it. Right, boys and girls, that's it done. Just going to do the service now. Try and combat this oil leak as well. Quite possibly it's needing a washer on the sump. Okay, so using a T25, you're removing the screws that hold the air filter housing. So what you're doing on this occasion, you're removing the lid to gain access to your air filter. You have a sneaky little pipe on this side you need to be removing as well. Absolutely stinking. Okay, so you're removing the induction pipe here. Okay, so you just get this here and that one back. There's two wee flaps. You get them back, hold them back and release the pipe. Twist and bring towards you. Just remember, whenever you're putting it back on again, it's twist clockwise. Okay, so as you can see, we've got perfect access to the oil filter housing. So what I'm going to do is put a bucket underneath and take the housing cap off and change the oil filter and the rubber bung. And it's a 27 socket to remove it. Okay, so you do have plenty of room to get in. You're better off using an extension bar, just so that you're not touching any battery terminals or anything. Just gently does it. Always remember, see when you're draining oil, doing anything to do with the oil, take the oil cap off the engine, and that will allow it to pressure the oil out so that there's no any oil trapped inside. I've already put a diesel flush in as well. I put 500ml of diesel in with the oil just to thin it up a bit. It was well heated up this morning. These pipes can be an absolute pain in the doodah. Just lift them up out of the way. Okay, so whenever you're putting the new oil filter in, you need to put the paper bit into the housing first and locate the hole, right where this here dowel goes into. Failure to do that, you'll end up breaking that and it will not do its job. So just be warned. As well. Whenever you're putting it back in again, just make sure you're seated in properly. Okay, in, twist. And then you should be lined up. That's how you know that you're in right. You're all nice and lined up here. And the wee flap snip over, lock it in place. We'll do the oil. The fuel I'm sure was done the last time, I'm not sure. I need to check the book and see when the fuel filter was done on this. I've replaced the washer on the sump bung and we're going to get the sump bung back on. Okay, so time for some oil. It just takes just over 4 litres, so say 4.3 litres. Okay, 2017 Centre Berlingo, how to turn the service light out. Right, so you hold this down. I'll need to set the phone down now. Turn the ignition on, just till the lights come on, and then there's a countdown from 10 to 0. And release. Okay, so as you can see, the next service is due in 15,600 miles. Now, leaving a vehicle that long for a service, I wouldn't recommend. I would do these every 9,000 miles. One of the other ones that we've got is getting done every 8,000 miles. This year one hasn't been done in, this will be 16,000 miles. It's done from its last service, 16 or 17,000 miles. obviously it's shown the difference between the other one and this is like night and day, but at least it's done.
So folks, we've come to the end of another video. Anything you are unsure of, just drop a message in the comments and I'll try my best to answer it for you. So basically we've covered discs, pads all round, exhaust, and a service as well, and put the service light out, and I'll see you in the next video.